Open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go. What up, you already know, it's your boy Pistol P. Welcome back to Dog of the Yard. Today, I'm here, as you can see, I'm with my peoples, Avianis. You already know it's my family. We got G-Dep in the building. G-Dep did most of his time in prison. He got 15 years. He had robbed and killed somebody prior to him blowing up. Once he blew up, started making, music and all that, he couldn't live with the fact that his actions that he took years prior, and he turned himself in. And with that being said, he's home, he got clemency, and he out here. Let's get right to it, man. Your boy Pistol Pete, Dog in the Yard. G-Dep, salute. What up? You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. And today we got the legendary in the building, G-Dep. What's up, G-Dep?
Peace, bro.
Peace, my brother, man.
Good, man.
Nice
How
seeing
you,
man. Welcome
Same
home.
here, man. Thanks for having me.
And all that, man. All the blessings and everything.
Hell yeah, thank you, bro.
What's up, man? How you been, man?
Holding up, man.
Holding up, yeah.
Yeah, man. Just,
How long you been home now?
Almost, I want to say about 9 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how you been holding up, man?
Been holding up, man. Every day is a progress. I'm a work in progress, of course. You know what I'm saying?
We all are, man.
Yeah, and every day is just, I'm getting closer and closer, to normalcy. It's a crawl, you know what I mean? But, I'm just getting it back slowly,
Yeah, man. I mean, it ain't easy, but, we just keep that faith. As long as you got that faith and you got your mindset and it's all positive, it's all gonna come to play.
For sure, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. Sometimes the most important thing when you come home is to be patient.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I have to definitely tell you. You know what I mean? I did 100 years in jail, 17 years in jail.
Right.
And it's like, you got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? If you're not patient, then you're going to get rerouted. You know what I'm saying? It just won't work out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I appreciate that, Joe, man.
Yeah, on some G shit. So the most important thing is patient. Come home, and you're going to get everything, trust me, everything is already written for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So all your blessings is all, you blessed, man. You blessed to be home.
Yeah.
To be alive. You know what I'm saying? You look good. You look great, man.
Wow, thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I love that. You know what I'm saying? So most important thing is to stay healthy and all that, and everything is gonna come to play.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You deserve. You've been doing it. You've been in the game. You know what I'm saying? And and like all of us, we all had our moments of darkness. You know what I'm saying? So. And we have to deal with lots of consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And with that being said, man, I want to just a little bit. I want to get into a little bit about your background. You know what I'm saying? You from Harlem, right?
From Harlem.
You already know Harlem in the building.
Wow.
But for those that don't know you, the viewers and all these young brothers and the young sisters out there that don't know G-Dep, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit about your upbringing and, your success and, and how you managed to, get yourself jammed up and it caused you to do, time in prison.
Right. Well, like you said, I grew up in Harlem, you know what I mean? I got to the point where, I was in college and I dropped out, you know what I mean? And I wound up, just being in the street. You know what I mean? I really didn't have to, in a way. You know what I mean? I could have, directed my energy towards, getting myself together legally. But I was kind of, held down by just the thoughts of, just not being able, thinking I wasn't good enough to live a legal life and that whole thing. You
think it was complicated?
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was like like damn, I'm never gonna get a job or
Yeah.
I was thinking of all of the things that I had against me instead of what I had, going for me, going
I got
for
you.
me. So I kind of, I just, I turned to the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, one thing, things led to another. And
What age was this?
I was about 17, 18.
Okay.
I dropped out of college when I was still 17. I had just went to one semester.
Okay.
And I was like, this isn't for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wound up dropping out. Like I said, turned to the streets. Started hustling, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And one thing led to another. I started, carrying guns and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Okay.
And I wound up, I robbed a dude and wound up killing him. You know what I mean? I didn't know I killed him. I shot him. You know what I mean? And I didn't really know what happened. All after years went on, and it just was eating at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was bothering you. It was in your conscience.
Yeah, it was on my conscience. It was like, damn, what did I do that night? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
this is before rap and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I rapped. I was still, living my life. You know what I mean? So to speak, and rhyming. That was even as I was in school, in high school and college, and I was writing and trying to do music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So when I went, got into the street life a little bit more, I was still rhyming, and using my money to, go to the studio and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So when I say the years went on, like I was still trying to get on and with the rap and all of that.
Yeah, this is throughout the process of you rapping at your house and doing all that. You know what I mean? That was just your craft. That was something that you was doing.
Yeah,
you loved to do.
Yeah, well,
and at the same time you was in the street.
Right.
I got you. Yeah. So go ahead.
Right. So I mean, I was doing that, and as time went on, I wound up getting a deal. And people know, for the most part, how that went. I wound up getting a deal and, with Bad Boy, and things just started getting a little bit heavy, you know what I mean, as far as on my conscience.
Okay.
A lot more started using the drugs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of, compounded, the things I was already going to.
You was just trying to drugs was like to try to erase of what was on your conscience?
Yeah, kind of. I was using the drugs to kind of
run away from it.
Yeah, to medicate, so I didn't really have to think. I could just be on autopilot, you know what I mean? And after a while I started abusing them, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's
what happens.
Yeah, we use them at first as recreational.
Facts.
It's like, yeah, I got this, and then after a while I got you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that was how that went with me. And then, years.
What chose it, if you don't mind, what chose the drug was that?
I was messing with that dust.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that dust is dangerous, man.
I mean, it was the strongest thing I could find that I thought was acceptable that I could deal with. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to do, nothing like crack or coke.
Yeah, of course. It was something that you felt comfortable doing. That's all.
It was kind of borderline acceptable.
It was borderline acceptable. Because I know a lot of brothers that smoke dust.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But I know also the damage that it causes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, because I seen brothers, and I know brothers myself in the hood that never came back. Like they went on that that zone. And
I as well, man. I saw a few brothers, man, that I grew up with, and saw, they were, shining at their pinnacle, but it was like they messed with that thing and never came back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I got one of my best friends too. He jumped off the roof. He jumped off the roof and shit. I was in prison, and I was in the box. I heard it. I was like, yo, what? It was like, yeah, he jumped off the roof. He was smoking that dust.
Whoa.
It's like, whoa.
That thing is real.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't say here in front either. When I was out there getting money and all that, everybody had a taste of with his weed, this, that. So I did smoke dust before.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and I ain't like that feeling and shit like that. I was in the block. I was like zoned the fuck out, looking around.
Yes.
Next thing you know, I'm like sitting on front of my building. I was stuck there the whole fucking night.
It's real, man.
And that shit kept me up and all kind of shit, man.
Yeah, that thing is it's so real. I seen the effects of it sometime. One time I seen a dude that I knew, he was so gone that he was in front of his building calling himself out the window.
Whew.
He was like, "Hey, yo, Charlie." We was like, "Yo, who you calling?" He was like, you saying your name, right? He was calling his name out the window. He was like, "Hey, yo, Charlie."
That's when you know you fucking
I said,
high
"Yo,
as
nah,
kite.
bro."
Nah, that shit'll take you. That shit is dangerous, man.
Word.
That shit is dangerous, man. I never fuck with it in my life again.
Yeah, nah.
Know what I mean?
It's one of the things that if you want to turn off, that's what you know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, you just, it's like all drugs. You're running from, you're not dealing with what you're dealing with. You know
Yeah. That's just to hide your true feelings, and you just when you're going through something, people choose to use drugs and all that just to hide from the fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get it. So how long you was on that though before like throughout the whole?
Well, not really. This was kind of like a little bit. I would say like after I signed, because I was doing the regular thing at first. Weed heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe like I want to say a year after things really started popping. I tried the dust.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 2002, 3. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, hold up. I need to, things was going a little too fast. I said, all right, you know what? I need to check out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so, around that time, and then, I was just gone for the next 8 years. You know what I mean? Like just kind of just, trying to figure it out. I had that, that murder on my mind. What was, what I thought was just a shooting. I didn't know what happened, So it was kind of, that was heavy in front of my mind. You know what I mean? And
how did you find out that because you said you didn't know if it was a death, or you thought it was just a regular rob and shot and that's it.
Right.
You didn't know it was a murder.
Right. So
how'd you find out?
Well, I turned myself in.
Okay, you told them what happened.
Yeah. I was like, yo, look, such and such this day. I was kind of really, I actually was like, yo, I want to see what happened so I can move on, And
you want to change, you want to close that chapter.
Yeah, close that chapter and just kind of get some closure for whoever would happen to him, myself. It was kind of killing two birds with one stone, so to speak. For lack of a better term, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was kind of just going to see like what happened, but I also knew the consequences. I was like, well, if he did die, they're gonna, I'm talking to myself, they're gonna keep you, that, right? So I'm like, okay, well, that's just, that was, I was willing to,
something you was willing to face.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I, but it took me all of that time. It took me 17 years to really, come to that conclusion. Like, yo, look, this is something that I'm gonna have to face. It was no other way I saw me resolving that. I was like, a lot of people say, yo, you could have like prayed on it. You could have did this. You could have went to a priest. A priest gonna tell you to go turn yourself in. Yeah. They're not gonna tell you. Tell a priest you killed somebody. They ain't gonna say, yeah, our Father who art in heaven. Yeah. Go be sin no more, son. Nah, they're not gonna say that. They're gonna say, yo, you turn yourself in.
Yeah, go do the right thing. Go turn yourself in.
Yeah, go turn yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. So I already knew what was. You know what I mean? So I said, okay. That's what I went and did. And then lo and behold, they was like, yeah, the guy died.
At the end of the day, it's like at the end of the day, it's nobody. It's your feelings. You know what I'm saying? It was your feelings. You was the one that dealing with this. So no matter how I feel, he feel, that feel, it's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? What you going through. Right. You're the one that's living with that guilt. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? With that shit that you feel like, even if you up and you on stage and you doing the thing, is back in your conscience.
Right, in the back of your mind.
I get you, man.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course.
And yeah, man, it's like plenty of times I was, having fun. It might have looked like it, but
No, but deep inside, you had that burning inside when you like, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't, you wanted to know what happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was something that that's cool. I mean, listen, man, as long as you can live with the fact that you went in and you accepted the time, you know what I'm saying? You dealt with the consequences, and you a better person today, then you good. You feel what I'm saying?
Day,
That's how I look at it. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Like
If you got to put it past you now.
no harm, no foul.
Yeah,
right,
it's done. You play guilty. You know, you dealt with your consequences.
I mean, yeah.
You know, you ain't got
done
no
is
more
done
hidden
now,
agendas
right.
and shit. So you be able to, move on with life.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I did what I could do,
Yeah. So you finally turned yourself in. What year was that?
That was 2010.
And I mean, what was the how that turned out after you turned yourself in and you told them, and then you found out that the guy actually passed away.
Well, they gave me the minimum sentence. They gave me 15 to life, and they put me through it like a regular case. Like, okay, well, you turned yourself in, so look, they didn't want to give me. They had to give me what was in the guidelines of the case. My lawyers didn't want me to just take the plea because they was like, well, look, maybe that might not be the case that they're talking about. So we need to make them prove that was the night and that was the guy that you shot and all of that. You know what I mean? So we went to trial. They just went through the motions. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then, they break it down the facts of the case. They like, yeah, this night they had pictures of the whole thing because, obviously the guy died. So they took pictures that night. This, 1993. I'm seeing all of the old cars and like they showing the pictures. They like, yo, yeah, this was the night. And I'm remembering. I'm like, yeah, that was that night. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah. So, we just went through the motions and then they gave me the time. They was like, yo, look, 15 to life. And I was like, they could have gave me 25.
Right.
They was like, yo, look, we gonna give you the minimum, and that's that. I was like, well,
yeah. So you went up from there. Where was this at? Cause you from Harlem, but you was living in Harlem.
Yeah, I was in Harlem.
So you went to Rikers Island.
Yeah, so I went to Rikers.
How was that experience?
I mean, it was regular. I was kind of, I was in and out of jail a lot, within the,
So it wasn't your first time?
Nah.
Going to Rikers Island or anything like that?
Yeah, nah. So it was kind of like, oh, you again? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it was like, yeah, So, I stayed there for about I turned myself in 2010, and I was like, bouncing around on the island, the Tombs, for like 2 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I went to the 3 building.
Okay.
It was the OBCC, stuff like that, and then I went up north. Then I went to the 4 building, then I went up north. So I went up north in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, and I stopped at
Went downstate?
Yeah, I went to downstate for, a little light 30 days. And then they sent me to Elmira. And I stayed in Elmira. I did 9 years. I stayed in Elmira for 9 years.
Wow. Elmira's a tough prison too.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, I
mean, when I was there, I was there in '89.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it was ill then. You know what I mean? Iller. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was ill. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like you knew it was a structured jail though. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you kind of like you knew you was going to the yard. You knew when this was, when that was, when this was. You lock in. So it wasn't like things weren't unexpected once you got into a routine. Right. So it was somewhere to be for me.
Like, was it any different? For you being that you was already, G-Dep, the rapper, out, this. I mean,
I guess in
you
a
out
way,
there, the way you're a superstar to a bunch of people, man. You did great music with a lot of great people.
Yeah, I guess that was just that was how my journey was different when it came to that. Like I used to get a lot of questions and a lot of.
Guys that settle around and be like, yo, so how's
what
this?
Was up with this?
Yo, how was this guy?
How was this?
Yeah, I got you.
You know the fact that we from New York, we know a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
so
facts.
It's like you run into dudes, it's like after a while, it's like, everybody's kind of familiar in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, look, yo, Dep, what up? Like, and it's like nothing. Like, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean? And then dudes is, or you get scrutiny. I got a lot of that. You
Right.
know what I mean? Not the say it wasn't a absence of that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like dudes was, yo, that was crazy. Like I got that from a few people. Yo, saying like that was. I just was like, yo, bro, like, I just say what you just said, yo, like, you ain't had to go through what I had to go. Did you ever, a lot of times, what I used to say was, did you ever kill anybody? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dudes used to be like, well, nah, well, would you can't, you don't even know, what are you saying
If you don't know
now?
the feeling like that, how could you tell me about
Yeah,
mine?
like, you know what I mean? You in here for whatever you in here for. You don't know what I, but it was crazy because the dudes that had the man downs and all that, they used to be like, yo, Nelson, yo, I see you. Yo, all right, I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't, I don't know where the society, we get, and I don't want to get all, philosophical, but like where dudes get the fact that, they feel like we supposed to be these heartless people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like where'd that come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are people. Like, if the same way you miss somebody when they pass, like, we got emotions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And the spirit is real, man.
Yeah, if you got a heart, man,
If you got a heart.
That's
you know
basically it,
like,
man. If
that's
you got a heart,
it, man.
it's
like,
not like what, you ain't supposed to have no feelings? Why?
Yeah,
I mean,
why? Who said that?
Like we different?
Exactly.
I
Like,
got you.
Or, so, I went
So
through
it was
that a lot.
something that you was dealing with, man, and you dealt with it.
Right.
How was your 9 years in Elmira? I mean, it was smooth, like you said. What you did while you was there.
I mean, it was smooth. I
Program,
mean,
you were-
yeah. I was in I went to industry.
Okay, yeah.
So you know how that is. Like, my time was just, that's it. That's all I did. I went to work. I woke up 6 in the morning. You got to crack out at 7.
Yep.
And you there, or you go to breakfast early, and you there to 3. You
Yep.
know, and then from there you either go to the yard, or you go to your program if you got a program at night. You know what I mean? But that was my whole routine every day. I would work, go to the yard at 3:30. They have a 3:30 every other day. They would have like a 3:30.
Okay.
You go to 3:30, or you could go back to your cell until 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And then you could either, you know what I mean, go to your program or go to rec. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go back to rec.
Or go back to rec. So I was even doing that. I would either stay in, or go to my program or whatever. I used to go to like a Bible study to learn a lot about the Bible a little more.
Right.
Or I would go to rec. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that was just my day. My day would be over.
Your days be gone.
Yeah,
By the time you get back to your cell,
it's 9 o'clock.
You tired as
Yeah,
hell.
I'm like this. I watch some TV and it's over, and then do it again. You know what I'm saying? So that was how my whole bid really went.
So did you did your whole time there?
Yeah, well, I did the 9 years in Elmira, and then they started like PKing dudes out of there for some reason. It was like something going on in the jail, so they started getting people out of there that was there for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was weird. It was weird. Plus, COVID had just happened, so it was kind of like the jail was already like in shambles, like turmoil. People was over here, over there, like. So then
you was there throughout COVID.
Yeah, I was there during COVID. Like, that was the illest thing, man. I know y'all was going through it out here, but
yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. How was it in there, man? Because we was just hearing stories.
Yeah, it was wild. Like, I mean, it was like, in jail, dudes is used to one thing, like So for you to uproot, they was uprooting whole blocks. Like, yo, okay, dudes have been there in the same block for 15, 20 years. They're like, all right, y'all got to move. Everybody's moving over here to another block. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like, and then you couldn't go to rec. You know what I mean? So
no, because they couldn't move around.
Yeah, so you couldn't move around. So imagine like what y'all were going through, but like on a micro level, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's worse in prison, man.
So we just locked in the cell.
You was bringing you doggy bags?
Yeah, they was bringing us the bags. You could get packages, so dudes was heavy on. Yeah, he was heavy on the packages at that
heavy
time.
on the snacks, on
heavy
the tuna.
on the snacks, tuna. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, send this please, cause we can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you had to do that.
Wow, you was lucky you was able to get some packages. Though,
yeah, the
COVID.
packages. Yeah,
the way they was at, it was
real, bro. And then so you couldn't. So when they did let you out, they let you out like they created this system where they would let like just a tier out at a time, and like dudes would get like 15. You either had to take a shower or get on the phone. Like it was like we was out there for a half hour. You could either get on the phone or take a shower. So it was like, and you was out there maybe twice a week. Wow. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't have rec with each other, nothing. It was like, you know, it was just.
Was a lot of brothers passing away? A lot of death?
I mean, not too many. Not too many people passed away in that I remember.
Okay.
A lot of people got it. You know what I mean? But
okay, yeah.
Dudes wasn't really passing away that I recall. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
well, that was a good thing,
rough,
yeah, because brothers out here was passing away.
Yeah, I can imagine. See, I guess, because after a while, at first we were like kind of like sheltered because, we weren't out in the world. So if anybody brought it in, it was from
the outside.
From the outside. I mean, it's from the staff.
So no visits and none of that.
Yeah, so like dudes ain't have it. Like dudes was in there. You know what I mean? For the most part, you know what I mean? Because the workers had to get tested. And anybody else couldn't. It was just weird, man. Cause like we didn't get searched. We couldn't like the officers didn't even want to be around us. Like you know what I mean? Like we didn't get searched for like we went like 2 years without getting searches.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it was wild, man. Like dudes was just in.
Sudden, all of a sudden changed, right?
Word. The cops was like, all right, like you know what I mean? Like dudes ain't nobody wanted to be around nobody. It was weird, man.
Well, that was some fucking hell of a fucking experience. You went in there like, what the fuck?
Imagine. I mean,
at that point, you do all you thinking about staying healthy and coming home.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you could do. It was like, yo, like, I just, stay away. After a while, but even that, it wasn't even like that. Like, dudes was like kind of like regular, like you know what I mean, with each other, like you know what I mean. It was like, yo, bro, like. You got it, I got it. I can't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, but dudes wasn't even, dudes ain't have it. Like dudes, they didn't report like the first case of it until like you figure COVID came out and which this how you know it was something with that, right? Because COVID came out and what was that, March when they shut everything down? We didn't get the first case of it until like I remember like September. Cause they didn't want to test anybody. Like they wasn't giving us no tests, nothing. Like you know what I mean. And then when September rolled around, they started like, yo, everybody got to get tested. Now dudes got it. Like you know what I mean. Dudes was in here all this time. Like nobody had nothing. Like you know what I mean. Now
all of a sudden,
now dudes got it. Yo, you positive. Wow. Like it was, and my neighbor was next to me the whole time. We was eating, drinking. He had it. I didn't have it. Like it was weird. Like it was like what are these tests even real? Like,
shit crazy. Everybody felt the same way out here. People thought that the testers was giving it to them.
Yeah, like
all kind of shit going on. You already know all kind of conspiracy shit.
That's a fact. Who knows, man?
Who fuck know, right?
Word.
Did you ever dealt with like felt the need to deal with psychiatrists, mental health? And try to get some help, so you could fit after, because all that shit is trauma what you went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you ever try to like get some help for it and professional help, something that'll make you leave. Or, I'm just asking you, have you ever?
Nah, I actually didn't. You know what I mean? But what it was, praise the creator, it was kind of, things lined up for me, in a way where I started learning about my things that I was going through, and that helped me because I had enrolled in college,
right,
when I was I think probably in about 2018, and I was always into like reading books about like myself and what I'm saying, and what was going on, why I thought the way I thought. And I think the reading stuff like that, like I read a book called A New Earth,
okay,
by Eckhart Tolle, and it kind of taught me about why I thought the way I thought, and like the ego and what was ego, and why I did certain things and why other people. So I think learning a lot of those psychology things helped me to understand
yourself.
In the signs of trauma. And then when I was in college, we learned about the cortisol levels and you know, stress and what, you know, what cortisol levels do to give you an imbalance, and you know what I mean, and things of that nature, and the effects of being stressed, and you know, short temper and stuff like that, and then we used to, you know, we was probing the professors, you know what I'm saying? So what do you do for that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they say so they was like 9 times out of 10, if you had any kind of trauma or head trauma or any kind of trauma as a child, you have like, you know, off balance cortisol levels. So we like, damn, that's everybody in here. So she was like, yeah, basically, you know, that's probably why you guys are in here. You know what I mean? So she was like, so first thing dude was like, yo, so how do you like reverse that? Like, you know what I mean? So she was like, yo, what you do is just relax. You gotta find different ways to relax, you know, meditate. She said that's the only way to reverse, you know, stress and cortisol imbalance.
Okay.
So she was like, you know, so that from that point, you know, I understood that I needed to, you know, find an outlet, you know, and you know, just exercising and stuff like that. You know, I was just blessed to, you know, to be already doing things that was, you know, conducive to being relaxed. You know,
I got you. You was already working on it.
Yeah, I kind of was already like.
You was working out when you was in jail.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was jogging mostly.
Oh, jogging is good.
Yeah, I used to jog a lot, and you know, towards the end of the bid, I started getting more into, you know, lifting weights and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or,
so let me get myself together. Let me
hell yeah. Last like 5 years, four or five. I was like, yo, hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Let me bulk up a little bit, man.
A little
let me get my shit right, because I'm about to touch the
You
tab.
know how that go.
Yeah.
I was going in, man, but.
He was like, yeah, I'm about to touch that tab, man.
Hell yeah.
I got to bulk up a little bit.
Yeah, a little something, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Then I went to Fishkill the last 4 years. That's what when you asked me, at that 9 years, what happened after that?
Right.
Then they started transferring everybody out of there for some reason. They started PKing dudes, and I got caught up in that, and they sent me to Fishkill. And I wasn't even that short, and I had a school hold, so I didn't know why they even sent me. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, damn, I'm beefing with them. I'm like, yo, nah, I ain't going nowhere. They like, yo, it's not gonna be good for you if you don't go during this draft, bro. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, nah, this is like, this ain't supposed to happen. Like, I got a school hold. I don't understand. They was like, yo, look. So the dude came to me. He was like, yo, look, you know, you going to Fishkill. I don't think they even supposed to tell you where you're going, but he was like, yo, you going to Fishkill. You know, they got a college program there. So I was like, oh, word. He was like, yeah. I was like, why you been telling me that? That's what I kept telling him, like, yo, I'm in school. And they was like, so he said, yo, look, you'll be all right. I was like, all right. So I left. And I went to Fishkill. And you know, the last, I say like 4
more freedom.
Years. Yeah, more freedom. You running around. You got the yard.
What is it? Bunks.
What?
Fishkill? Bunks, right?
It's the dorms.
It's dorms, like with a bunch of beds.
Yeah. So it was different. You know
with
what
cubes.
I mean? Yeah, little cubicles.
Little cubicles. Yeah.
That was different for me. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you. How was that? You was in Elmira, like shit
exactly.
is tight.
It was weird. It was weird because like when I first pulled up, you know, I lay down. You know, you get on your bunk. You know, it's kind of weird. Just that. You know, to get back to that, you like, damn, dude's walking right by your bed. Like you like, dude's just walking up talking to you. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get used to this, man. You know, because you know you're used to being in a cell. Dudes can't just really walk around and tear. And it was weird, man. And then I got used to it though, you know.
Yeah.
And then
it felt good at the same time.
Yeah, and then at the same time it was like, yo, this is different. You got to walk. You can just get up, go get on the kiosk.
Shit.
Because before, you know, in Elmira and stuff like that, you had you had to like wait your turn and like it was like they would do it in days when you could come out and get on. You know them kiosks they put in the system. So you had to like wait for an officer to open your joint, or you had to wait for your day to come for you to even get on the kiosk. You know what I'm saying? So
kiosk like a tablet.
Yeah, it was like they.
I was in jail. When I was there, they didn't have none of that shit. So I'm like,
let me just real quick break it down. In 2019, they came around and gave everybody a tablet.
Okay.
Called it was called the tablet program. Securus did it. JPay, and they installed these little kiosks in the on the tiers.
Okay.
Every tier, So you were able to plug your tablet into the kiosk and like send your emails out, download music, get little videos, little, any type of, they had a lot of stuff on there. So dudes, of course, is thirsty to get on these joints. You know what I mean? Get their little music, whatever they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, you had to wait. Y'all gotta get some water. Excuse me. Thank you, bro. You had to wait to get on it. You know what I'm saying? You had to wait to they said you could get on it. But when you get locked, when you get to the medium, you could just go.
You go anytime you want.
You could just get off your bed
and just walk over there.
And just like, yo, you know what I mean? Sit down. You know what I mean? So that was different. You know what I mean? That was official. You could just, you know what I mean? And you can only get on the joint 5 times a day. You know what I mean? So you had to kind of pace it out. But, that was different. You got to walk around. Then you could just leave your dorm, go wherever you want to go.
Go to the gym.
You had to sign this little board. But you can, you had freedom and just do that. So that was different. And they also had the gym, so you could, get your money.
Yeah, more freedom for the gym.
More freedom, yeah. So you could just go, hit the
gym. It's a medium, so you get more freedom and shit to go to the gym, work out.
Right.
That's cool. Wow. So you left from, that's where you came home from?
Yeah, that's where I came home from.
Okay.
Or I came home.
How was that like, man? Getting closer. How was it? Your last moments.
It was ill, man. I mean, I know, I got clemency.
Okay.
Yeah. So about 2000 and I want to say 24. Excuse me, 2023. I got an email from a lawyer named Steven Zedman.
Okay.
Come in, regular stuff, come in, you check it, you're going to sit down on the kiosk, you check your email to see who hit you or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to, check the joint. It was like, yo, so I get an email from the guy. He's like, yo, I'm from CUNY law school, and I have a team and we work on getting clemency from for incarcerated individuals and such and things of that nature. So I'm reading. As I go on, it says, I got a letter from the DA recently recommending that we give you clemency, or that we help you get your clemency. So I'm contacting you to see if you would be interested.
Oh, that's good.
All the time, bro. I couldn't even believe it. He said, I got a letter from the DA. Matter of fact, he didn't say a letter from the DA. He said, he said a letter from the DA and the judge.
Man. That's some...
Bro, that's at that point, I really felt like, it was just God talking like, yo.
I mean, you did the right thing.
And that's what it
in a sense,
felt like.
You came back, you went, you confessed to your sin. At the end of the day.
And he delivered me.
Yeah.
And the Creator delivered me like, yo,
he said, you're not even going to do all that time.
Word. And it was evident at that point. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. Even whatever happened after that, I didn't even really, it was like, yo, thank you. I had to praise the Creator just for giving me that.
God for that, man.
Right, just for giving me that affirmation. That,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just showing me that I was on a right path,
You had to reread that
Word.
email. You was like, hold up.
I called my bro. I was like, yo, bro, read it. I said, yo, am I reading this right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he read it. He was like, yo, look like they trying to give you clemency, bro. Word, my man Dream. Shout out to Dreamstone, man. Word.
Facts.
Word. So he was like, yo, he was like, yeah, man. So I read it. I kept reading it. And he didn't just say that. He didn't just say the DA. He said the DA and the judge. He was like, the DA and the judge on your case wrote me and asked if I can help you get clemency.
Ooh.
And they're gonna recommend it, and they're gonna send
it. Done deal.
Right. So I'm like,
Everything was already done. You had to put it in, put the paperwork in.
Right. But they, they put me, they put us through it. I had to, write it and, write it up. And, he did the whole package. Excuse me. And,
the lawyer.
The lawyer. So this was in April of 2023.
Okay.
So, no, excuse me. 2023. This was in April of 2022.
22.
Yeah. So 2022 come around. This was in April 2022. So we put everything in really kind of quick. We put everything. Send me your pictures. Send me, write a statement about, your personal statement about your,
what you doing now, how you feel,
stuff like that.
Facts.
Send, I was on it. Yeah, cause word, yeah, that's a fact. Boom. So I sent it in like the summer. So we had everything done by like the summer time, fall. He submitted it, and then she usually gives, Governor Hochul usually gives clemency every Christmas, mostly Christmas, maybe one time in the spring,
Okay.
So she did it. She was doing it that Christmas, and we was like, yo, maybe you gonna get it now. Like they recommended it, so maybe you gonna get it immediately. So the Christmas come around, I didn't get it. So, she didn't say no, but she didn't say yeah either,
Right.
So, it was just,
the hopes is there.
Yeah, the hopes was still there, bro.
You already know, right there at that point, you like, I'm leaving it in God's hands.
Yeah, at that point. I'm like, yo, bro, like, okay, it is what it is. I wasn't expecting to go home.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
At least you got something in play.
At least I got something. That's right, because I was just looking at parole. I'm like, okay, I go to parole in 2025. So if anything, so, here we are, 2022. If I get out, I could be home, around 2023, 4. So I'm like, it is what it is. So 2023 goes around, we hopeful, going back and forth, Governor Hochul. She letting people out, slowly, couple people. So we thinking we gonna be in this batch. 2023 come around again, summer, winter, Christmas time. So I'm like, yo, bro, now I done had this thing in for almost a year and a half now, 2023 come around, and the day she does it on the 23rd, like the day, the couple of days before Christmas. And Christmas on 2023 was, I think, on a Sunday or something like that, or a Monday.
Okay.
So I was like, so Friday rolls around, and I'm like, yo, and I'll never forget this. That night, that Thursday night, I said to myself, well, if she don't contact me tomorrow, I ain't getting clemency. You know what I mean? And in my back of my mind, I'm just talking. You say in your mind, you're like, well,
you like, man,
Yeah, I was like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if she don't contact me by tomorrow, and like, I was thinking it was absurd. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she don't, like, who's gonna contact you tomorrow? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, if she don't contact me tomorrow, it's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just laid down, went to sleep about 8 in the morning. I'm like, they knocked on my little bed. I'm like, woke up. The sergeant. He was like, Coleman? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, we need you to go downstairs. The superintendent needs to talk to you. I was like, I guess he saw my face. I was like, he was like, nah, you're not in no trouble or nothing. Nah, you just gotta get dressed because she can't wait too long. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta go down there. You know what I mean? She need to talk to you.
Let's go. I
was like, and then I kind of knew that's what it was about. I was like, yo, because then he had the face like, he was like, nah, he was like, you gonna be all right. He like had that look like he was like, nah,
you was at ease.
Yeah, he was like, nah, you ain't in no trouble or nothing.
Yeah,
he was like, she just need to talk to you, but he was like, you gotta hurry up. He was like, yo, you gotta hurry up because she ain't gonna be, she got things to do. I was like, no doubt. So I got dressed, went down there, went in the little room they had. She was like, yo, look, she was like, she said, how you doing today? I said, I'm okay. How you doing, ma'am? She's like, well, I'm okay. She was like, I think you're gonna be better in a minute. I was like, when she said that, I was like, nah.
It happening.
Word. Then she pulled out the paper and she was like, you know, by the power invested in the governor holds you in the state of New York. I was like, whoa. She was like, you just been granted executive clemency and your sentence has been commuted. And I was like, what? Praise the Creator. Word.
He was like, thank God,
I said, oh man. She was like, look, it feels good to tell you this news, because she said I tell people so much bad stuff that it feels good to be able to tell somebody something good for a change. You know what I mean? So she was like, yo, congratulations. I was like, so when am I going home?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
that.
I was gonna ask you that. When you will the next day?
Word. So I'm like, so that means I just go pack up? Like, she was like, no, what happens is it wasn't even actually clemency that they granted me. What they did was they commuted my sentence. So they can't. What it was they said they can't give a person that had a body clemency. They can just commute your sentence.
Okay.
And then you still go to the board. You just go to the board like super early. You know what I mean? So I went to the board like a month later. You know what I mean? So I went to the board in like January. February-ish around.
Yeah, that was like another low blow.
Yeah, but it was still like, yo, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got the clemency, like I know. So, but then you're right, because then I was like, yo, they could say no. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, you know how the devil works,
you never
man.
know, like,
you be in there like,
yeah. So I'm like, damn.
Days getting closer,
right? And I'm like, yo, it's still up to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They basically all they did was kind of speed the process up for me to go to the board.
That's it.
So I'm thinking, like, you know, so that was what I was dancing around. That was dancing around in my head the whole 2 months. You know what I mean?
You had to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I started going to classes on, you know, how to go to the parole board and what they're gonna ask you, and talking to my lawyer. He's like, yo, look, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna make the board, but you know, you never know. So let's do a mock interview, and you know, so you can understand what you need to be saying, and you know what I'm saying. So he started coming by. We started talking a lot more. He was just preparing me for the board. Yeah, you know what I mean. Word. So you know, it just was a regular board, man. And I went in there, and then, you know, it's just, you know, they asked me regular questions.
Right.
It was like, yo, look, you know, what happened. And the only thing that gave me a indication, or just made me feel a little bit more relaxed, with one of the dudes was like, yo. He was like, so I understand you used to rhyme and you was in entertainment. And I was like, oh man, here we go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like,
it could go good, could go for bad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? He was like, let me hear something. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, word, this and
like,
this.
Oh shit.
I was like, I ain't know what to say. Like, I spit like a verse from like a song, like, you know what I mean? Every day, I think.
Yeah.
And word, but then, you know, they definitely, you know, I got granted parole, man.
Thank God.
And that was an iller story too, because they granted me the parole, and then they said, yo, look, you're going home. They had me on a date for like, when they said you were granted, they granted me parole in like at the end of March, and then they said, yo, look, you'll be going home in July. And so I called my lawyer. I said, look, I got my LCTA, which means like you get these you get some time off for getting, you know, graduating and getting a certain amount of credits in college. So I was like, look,
so you got on that.
Yeah, so I was like, look, I got my LCTA and all of that. Doesn't that take time off? You know what I mean? He's like, yeah. I was like, so why are they giving me all of this extra time when I got the clemency and I got granted parole? He was like, good question. So he went and looked into something, and then sure enough, they called me down to the office, and they was like, "Yo, look, I was supposed to go home when I got the parole, granted parole.
Yeah, when you got the letter.
Yeah, they said that I was going home in July.
Right.
Then when I went down to the thing to get my release papers and all of that stuff, they said I was going home. They said, yo, we recalculated your time, and you're going home at the end of this month. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, wow, 30 days? You know what I'm saying?
That came quick.
Yeah, that came quick. So I was like, bam. So this was like the beginning of April. And they was like, you going home April 29th.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, bet. So, you know, I'm hyped. Call my moms, call everybody. Yo, Mom, look, I'll be on yo. They like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking of how I could prepare, you know? So, so the next day, they calls me down to they like, yo, you got to go to sign out. And I've been there. I've seen dudes sign out. I know how it is when dudes sign out. They going home like soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, yeah.
It ain't no 30 days, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So I'm like, I get down there, I'm like, yo, I said, no, I said respectfully, I like, sir, why are y'all calling me in so early? I don't go home until the end of the month. And this was on a Tuesday. He was like, nah, you going home on Thursday. I was like, what? Word, bro.
Now you really can't
I'm
sleep.
like, yo, nah. This is April 2nd. I never forget. April 2nd, he called me down there. He was like, nah, I'm signing the papers. I'm like, sir, why they calling me?
It's time to go. God want you to go. Oh, go.
He said, no, you going home on, he said April 4th. It was April 2nd. I was like, that's Thursday, man. He was like, yeah. I was like, so I had to go back. I called my mom and them like, yo, look, this day was going crazy.
Of course,
then I had to, then because I was trying to think of how I was gonna give everything away, and I had everything lined up for a 30-day period though.
Right.
But yeah, I go. Everything must go. I'm like, yo, bro, like you need some sneakers, you need some boots,
facts.
yo, you need a jacket, yo, you know what I'm saying?
That.
It was ill, man. I was giving away food, all type of. It was ill. It was
ill. Everybody was like,
yeah,
word, yo, Dap,
let me
get
that. I ain't mine, you know what I mean? I was like, yo,
here, take that, man.
Word, bro.
Killing me, man.
That's a fact. And then, I was locked up for years, so I had mad stuff.
Mad shit.
Mad visit.
You still got drive bags?
They don't let you keep the drive bags no more. So you could. Okay. I had stuff in like them kind of like plastic bags with the handles on them.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
So I had a bunch of those.
That's
crazy.
What I'm
I had my stuff in there and all of that.
Yeah, so. I want to ask you throughout your bid, did you have your parents, your family there with you? Like, you got kids?
Yeah, I got kids.
So how was that, man, for them, man? You going away, and all of a sudden like that, and how they felt about your decision?
Yeah, I mean, my sons took it a little harder. They were younger. When I turned myself in, they were only 6 or 7. So they were like, wow, Dad, why you leaving us? And I'm gonna go steal something so I could come to jail with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like stuff that was blowing my mind that I was hearing they was doing, and they were acting out.
They was acting out.
Yeah. But after a while, they kind of just kind of got used to the fact that I was locked up. I stayed in touch with them. I called them regularly every Sunday. We spoke, and my daughter, she was 12 at the time. She kind of understood a little bit more. She saw what I was going through.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she was like, she understood. It made sense to her. She was like, "Oh, Daddy, so that was why you was always sad and why you was
always dazed out and shit."
Dazed out and like. So she was like, "Oh, okay, Daddy, I understand, and why, just I'm here for you,
Wow,
she was mature, and we stayed in contact, stayed in
blessing.
contact. Yeah, it was definitely a blessing. Their mothers, were good with it. They fostered the communication,
Okay.
They didn't try to be like, yo, look, you're talking to him, he's a jailbird, like stuff like that. So that was a blessing,
That was good, man.
My moms, my family, for the most part, man, people that I know, they was there for me, they didn't just, people live their lives, of course, what I'm saying? Yeah, but
for the most part, it was
for the most part, yeah, people were there.
That's a blessing, because there's a lot of brothers be in jail, they don't have nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have nobody, no cousins, no friends, no sisters,
nothing,
brothers, no girlfriends.
Right. I saw that too when I was in there, and I would, that's why, you just never, treat anybody badly. You don't know what they going through, man. You know what I'm saying? And,
you never know, man. The world just goes around and around. You never know.
Exactly, man. And brothers, a lot of brothers that didn't really have people, there for them, were people that were really like doing something out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you see them now, and you see them in jail.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? You think they just derelicts or something. It's just that,
yeah,
that's just how, the Creator has their path going. But you never know who you're around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I learned that being in there. You can't write nobody off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are the craziest things you seen when you was on your time locked up that you could always reflect on and say, wow, this guy got his eye taken out, whatever, something, anything did you seen that was like crazy to you?
Offhand, man, it was just, I don't know. It was I saw a lot of violence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The craziest thing to me was just, just how, the separation that, that you see in jail. It's like, it's kind of like its own little world. You know what I mean? And I think that was just the most different thing about things. Things were more like,
when you say separation, what do you mean?
Like you saw, like, the dudes, you see how, like, it was like the cliques. Like, you had, upstate dudes, dudes from down bottom, dudes from this way, this place,
everybody
that place.
separated.
Yeah, and then you like, yo, damn, like we all locked up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, and you see dudes fighting over the phone just because they from different parts of New York,
right?
And different. It was just wild to see that kind of stuff because you don't see that really in the town like that. I'm pretty sure it goes on, and it might be a mindset, but for the most part, being in this big world, you kind of become, more liberal minded, like to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But out there, I mean, in jail, it's kind of everybody kind of locks into this separatist. You know what I mean? Mindset, like, it was just weird.
It's just really whack.
Yeah, it's super whack.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
I go to Rikers Island right now, and when I used to be in Rikers Island, everybody lived together. You know what I mean? Like, whether you was a guard body, I mean, it wasn't too many gangs, but like Latin Kings, a little couple other, but everybody lived together. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't whether you Latin King, you over there in that house, Bloods live in this house. That's what's going on right now in Rikers Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everybody lives separately. Like, even Bloods, like, they got like certain sets
that's separate from each other. And how weird is that?
And I'm in there, so I go there every I got my program, Dog in the Yard. I've been going there for the past year. And when I go, it's just like I can't figure it out. I'm like, but why would you keep yourself, not together? Like, we animals and shit. Like, we can't live with each other. All we got to do is respect each other. Whoever he is and whatever he rep, that's where he rep. That's him. As long as he don't violate you. But as far as this separation shit, I think this is like, because all you're doing is taking away from each other.
Exactly. Like, if we already in a position, you know what I'm saying? So if you separate yourself from somebody else and y'all already doing bad, like, then you doing worse. You know what I'm saying? So
back in the days that they had, we when we go to jail or we beefing about something, it used to be about money, block, money, something, robbery, anything.
Right.
These guys is fighting about blocks. These guys is not fighting about nothing. They fighting about blocks. You said
Stuff
that
ain't...
man down over here, your man's down over there, and this shit is whack as hell, man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I go there and I be like, I go there and try to, try to bring that, as much impact and, and inspire them and let them know, like, how.
Are you able to go in there?
Yeah, I go in there. I would love to have you go in there. I would definitely love. I know you're on parole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something we got to situate with your parole. But it's all for the good. It's all positive.
Oh,
my dog. I go in there. I even started going there with my dog. I got a bully, my dog, and I got him in there as a support dog for the young men in prison.
Dope.
And I go in there with him and all that, and and it's just like we built. I go in there. What's up, y'all? It's Pistol Pete. You know what I mean? Did Dog in the Yard. Did 17 years. First, one of the first predicates on Rikers Island. And I break my whole history. Most of them, they know who I am. Right. And I be able to kick it to them, and and for the most part, I have slowed down the violence and slowed down a lot of shit.
Oh, that's
what I'm saying. And the respect. Thank God. It's been all love and respect.
Definitely.
And
they gotta respect it though. They know you've been through it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I coming through there, so now it's like I'm getting a team. I bring guests. So, one day I could situate where, with your parole and all that and get you approved so you could go in and you could be a guest, as a guest.
Yeah, that'd be
I bring everybody. Fat Joe. I'm talking about
wow.
everybody, man. Everybody that's a rapper that I know. Yo, and they want to come. Yo, Pete, your pistol want to come.
Oh, wow.
Yo, I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because it just feels good. It's a great thing. I went there as a guest myself, and I said, damn, I think this is my calling. I think I could help these brothers out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Could stop. And ever since I've been going, and it's been a hell of a great. It's hell of an experience, man.
Right?
From there, I never thought I'd be. I got a Rikers Island ID with the it says Department of. I never thought in my life, brother. You know what I mean? This is me now. So and I done been to Nassau, Tennessee, to with Andre Norman. Shout out to Andre Norman. He does it big. Andre Norman does great things. Yeah. This is what he does.
Yeah, he's on the tablet.
Yeah, he's on the tablet. That's my guy.
Hell yeah.
So he came down here to meet me and all that. And he tells me I'm the Jay-Z of this shit. He's like, bro, you the Jay-Z of this fucking prison reform. You know how to go in there. They respect you. I seen that. He flew me into Nassau, like I said, Nassau, Tennessee. I went out there for the whole weekend. We spoke to I put all gang members in one room just like this. Whoa. The Bloods, the Crips, even gangs that I didn't even know about. The G's, the this, so many gangs there. I'm like, whoever it is, come down, man. We need to talk. And I said, all their asses, right there, this is what we're going to do. We're going to create an honor unit. We're going to build. We're going to bring all kind of programs here. You know what I'm saying? And you guys going to control your own unit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to learn how to respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm talking about, and it's different. Like, this is me. I done been up north. I've been in the feds. I did, 17 years in prison. I know both worlds, state and the feds. And it's nothing like shit that I went to. Nassau, see, I was like, nah, man, this is no program, no nothing. Brothers sitting around with nothing to do, barely got 3 channels on TV. They're in there raping each other. They're in there fucking extorting, renting out the cell. They charging dudes for sales. They cracking the police in the head. They are not giving a fuck. And I went up there, and it was a hell of a fucking experience. And I thank God, my Lord and Savior, that keeps me, focused and keep me grounded. I went up there. I was able to put all these brothers together, man. And so this is what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And it came from me coming just visiting. I was like, now I feel like I just. These guys is called. It's my call. These guys, they need that. I go in there, and I'm actually going to the box at the worst jail in Rikers Island, the Beacon, and pulling up on the guy that did this, that if they had the death penalty in New York, they'll give it to him. He's like, Pistol, I'm happy you can't see me, man. Yo, can you show me how to pray?
Wow.
Show you how to pray. It's easy, man.
Wow.
Let's go.
Dope.
Let's get this going, man. And they're like, and I make them feel, and they feel better, man. And it makes me feel great, man. It's a blessing to me.
Yeah, I could imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would love definitely to have you in the future on there.
For sure. I'll get there. I definitely will.
Your testimony, what you went through and all that. It's not a regular one. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of courage and this is how you felt, man. Regardless of how anybody felt, this is your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're here today to give that testimony. You feel me?
Copy.
And I wanted to ask you about prison reform. Do you feel that prison reform is needed?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I know they say that, it's constitutional, that, it's kind of like they can do whatever they kind of want, from what I understand, you know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, man, dudes is still human beings, and being locked up is one thing, but to subject people to, things that are just like inhumane is a whole other thing.
Absolutely.
So, I think prison reform is definitely needed.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So you've been home now 9 months. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. You've been home. What you been getting into? What you been doing?
I mean, I just been kind of going, tunnel vision with this music. You know what I mean? Like, I love recording. You know what I'm saying? I did an album from jail.
Okay.
Called Influential.
Okay.
So this we released that in I want to say March. Like a little bit before I got like while I was going to the parole board.
Yeah, doing that process.
Doing that whole process, we released that album.
Okay.
And so when I came home, I kind of was in record mode already. Like, you know what I mean? So I had songs like that I wanted to record.
Came out hungry.
Yeah, I came out hungry to do.
That's a good thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, I believe so. Dudes. They I heard this stuff online, and dudes was I already had a Instagram page. So
right.
Dudes was talking about they were just asking what's up. I wonder if you gonna rhyme. I wonder if you gonna
right.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So I was already kind of in the
the loop.
Yeah, in the loop as far as like I knew whether or not it was an interest for some type of music. So I was like, okay, well. I had songs that started just going to the studio. I had brothers that I was already working with, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mel Love, Link to Link, and all these dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I wound up just going to the studio and laying stuff down.
So that's what you've been doing?
Yeah, just laying it down.
I mean, I don't see why not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, you're going to always have a fan base.
You know what I mean? Dudes remember that.
Yeah,
that
people's going to remember your, I mean, we could put your music on here. It's always going to make the party. I mean,
man.
You got some great music, man.
Wow, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Wow.
I'm surprised you haven't been doing no shows, nothing like that yet, nothing?
Praise the Creator. Yeah, I've been doing shows. We just did Salsa con Fuego a couple of
What? You did Salsa con Fuego with the BX Burrow?
Hell yeah,
I ain't come to my damn. What was that?
Yeah, on the 29th, like a couple of days before New Year's.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fab had a night there.
Yeah.
And Jim Jones, Dave East, and I think what's the kid name?
So you came out. You
I came out. I did I got there earlier than them, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I just did my little set real quick.
Okay.
And then when they got there, Cash Cobain was there too as well.
My little man.
Yeah. Well, they said he was there. I didn't see him. I don't know where he was. Maybe he was somewhere. I just didn't run into him. But he was there as well. So I did my little set real quick before they got there. Got some love. I ain't gonna lie. Salsa con Fuego, that joint was like is the closest thing to the tunnel,
right?
That we got, man. I was like, yo,
you feel that shit? Yo, I told niggas that,
bro.
man. I
was
swear.
like, hell yeah. I'm like,
that's so crazy that I told. I swear I stayed. I said, yo, Salsa con Fuego is lit.
Hell yeah. I'm like,
if you go there early, they got the restaurant and the food is crazy.
Oh well, yeah, I know they got the restaurant.
They got the table where all the people be dancing at. That be all table out. After a certain time, they take all that out and they turn it to a club.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
But that spot right there is it.
Man. I'm looking at the crowd.
That's my joint. We was there.
Yeah, I could right. So it's like mad room.
Yeah, man.
And I'm talking
everybody
about
sitting there.
Yeah, and then it's just like it was packed. Like
yeah.
And you know how this just reminded me of the time. Like, I was like, yo, damn. And so I'm on stage. I'm like, yo, this is big right here.
That's nice. Hell
did
yeah.
The thing. And then when Fab and them came, Fab was like, yo, do your set again.
Hell yeah, fuck
so I did my set again with all of them up there. They was all doing their sets, and Jim Jones did his East Side again.
That's how you got to do it anyway. You got to fall back, and when motherfuckers, that's when you come up there. Let them play homage and all that.
Yeah, it was cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all love. Like brothers on some positive vibe and supporting each other. Like you know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that
Mano.
Yeah, shout out to Mano. Mano did Dog in the Yard.
Yeah, oh what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dudes told me he did this
Mano.
spot,
I got a bunch of Davies about to do it.
Oh what?
Yeah, that's my little man. They all my little man. I know all of them. You know what I'm saying? But Salsa con Fuego is lit, man.
Yeah,
that nice crowd, right?
Nice crowd.
How was the feeling though, man? That was your first performance.
Nah,
since you came home.
Nah, I actually did some joints, man. I did Radio City Music Hall with Frankie Cutlass and Tony Touch.
Okay.
When I first kind of came home.
Okay.
Frankie Cutlass had a set and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bring you out." You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so he brought me out on that. I sent y'all some pictures of that. Yes, you have that. I did I did the Spanish Day Parade too, messing with Frankie.
What?
I did the not the parade, the festival.
The festival's lit.
Yeah, lit. Moon.
116.
Right, I did the stage on 112.
Okay.
That's where I'm from though, Johnson. I'm from right there. So I was like, it was dope to do the stage. I did that. I did I did Marcus Garvey Park.
Okay.
I think that was the 18th of August.
Okay.
They had like a nice little turnout. Did the shows. I just been getting, regular shows here, But yeah, man, I've been running around with the shows, and been recording. We got an album coming out called Lessons Never Losses. You know what I'm saying?
You got producers.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of found a lot of obscure producers, but for the most part, we got the Lean Brothers on there.
Okay.
That's my bro, Cover One Umbrella Studios. You know what I'm saying? Him and DJ Spazzo, they got they thing going on. So I got most of the album is done by them.
Okay.
I got my other bro Legacy.
I got some producers too. I'm gonna put you on with them.
Oh well, yeah, please, man.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for joints.
That's important.
Copy, hell
you need
yeah,
the producers,
need that.
man.
Especially because they,
especially that new blood that's been doing. Like I got some producers that produce like for Lobby Boys, like for Jim Jones, and a lot of
dope.
So I'm gonna put you on. Nice,
Appreciate
great
it.
guy.
War,
Beautiful producer though. Different,
dope.
humble. You're gonna love to work with him.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I would love that. That's what's up, man.
So you've been doing your shows and all that.
Yeah.
That's good. I love it. You're supposed to get your shows in, man. You got music, man. You got. I definitely want to come see you when you perform and all that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely come and support
Hell
you
yeah,
and all
we
that.
gotta stay in touch, man. I'll definitely let you know when stuff is rocking.
Yeah, we pull up. I pull up. I be outside. Shit, we pull up.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing. How you call it? The important thing is, man, that you keep focused. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. It seems like you got everything together. You know what I mean? Thank God.
Praise the Creator.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Just keep as long as you at peace now, you ain't got no demons and shit holding you back.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Keep firm, keep strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things are different out here now.
Right.
You know that.
See. Yeah. You take it slow. I understand that's one thing you definitely got to do out here these days. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Take it slow.
That's it. Take it slow, man.
Yeah.
You got to take it slow. Take your time. Every day, day by day, everything is going to come to you.
Right.
Remember I told you that.
Yeah.
Everything going to come to you, man. Shit, that's the way God, the universe, that's the way the universe works, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody get their time. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. That's the key, too. Hell yeah. Everybody, time come when it comes, right?
How you feel about, I know you got, you worked and, you was down with Puff, Bad Boys and all that. What you think about his situation?
I mean, it's just one of them things, man, that, hopefully he get around, you know what I mean? I'm not sure of the truth of any of that, you know what I mean? So, whatever happened, hopefully, it wasn't, whatever they charging him with.
Yeah, whatever the situation is.
Yeah, hopefully that, the truth is the truth, and if he, if that's what it is, I'm pretty sure he can handle whatever's,
Absolutely.
Good or bad, so, hopefully he be all right.
Yeah, no, the only reason I ask that, because it seems like everybody's like, this game is wicked too, this industry. You can party with a motherfucker all year long for 20 years.
Right.
You get caught up in the jam, the feds.
Is like, whoa.
The feds, everybody's like this.
Like you going how you you gonna go to jail too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I don't get.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? And I really never really talked about this. The only reason I'm speaking to you about it is because I know you were signed to him. I know you have your moments that obviously you knew him, know him, and you dealt with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just your opinion, how you feel about the situation. Me, I'm disgusting about it. It's my first time ever even saying something about it.
Oh,
I know Puff myself too.
Gotcha.
And I can't say, he's my man, we in great terms and all that, but we know each other good.
Gotcha.
You know, shit, we had our moments and shit like that, when we dealt. But I ain't gonna wish the man jail and all that. I'm not gonna sit around and be like, acting like I don't know him or nothing like that.
Yeah,
You
like,
feel me? Like
yeah,
this shit
it's
is
weird.
weird. Like
It's
everybody's
definitely
like
weird.
turning their back.
Whoa.
They ain't really got nothing else. They ain't really got nothing else. If you ain't got nothing nice to say,
Yeah, that's why I
just-
said. That's
yeah,
it.
just be
It's-
quiet,
yeah,
man. You
for
know what I'm
what?
saying? I would think I was just, it's just wicked, man. How this industry is, man. But listen, man, we don't wish nobody jail time.
Exactly.
Our worst enemy on anybody.
Exactly, Reed.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling. That's how I know that's how you feel.
Of course.
We come from that cloth, from these streets and all that, and we put our work in and we pay for what we done and all that. We look at it like, you know what I'm saying? It's
not
pretty
that.
weird
Yeah.
for motherfuckers to be like almost like
Celebrating.
oh
like,
shit, yo,
whoa.
Puff Daddy's in jail. Oh my God, he has a family, kids, Christmas,
Exactly.
New Year's came. He wasn't able to
Exactly.
be with them and all that. I seen situations and cases that are at least worse than his.
And dudes came right
come
on out.
Yeah, like so. This is like
Right, so
this
look at
is
what
like,
we really dealing with. Like you celebrating this, and this is wicked. What they doing to the brother, actually.
yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like,
Like
word.
I'm not here to bash nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
if that's what's going on with him, that's what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But like,
But
what
it's
they
just
doing?
like, come on, like what y'all
Yeah,
doing,
what
man?
y'all
Like,
doing?
don't you see that we are actually? Can't you see what's going on?
Whoa, like
You know what I'm saying? Like it's bigger than what's. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So I'm just I'm disappointed at our people.
right.
You know what I'm saying? For the way everybody's all of a sudden is like, oh well, and
Right.
that's I'm just whatever, man. But moving on, man. G-Dep, man, appreciate having you, man.
Thanks for having me,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate being
I
here.
wish you nothing but blessings. You know what I mean? Success.
Appreciate you, bro.
You know what I mean? I
Likewise.
want you to keep doing your thing. Just know, don't forget about us, man. Dog in the Yard. This is your platform. This is your house. This is when any given time you want to come back up here, promote anything you want to do, anything you want to be out there. You're more than welcome to always come up here. This is your house. I created this platform for us.
Wow.
For those that have been incarcerated, for those that have been through some shit, you know what I'm saying, that been through all these trials and tribulations, that did time and now they home and now they focus, now they doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying, now they're in the right path, you know what I'm saying, this is what this platform is for and it's designed for.
Official.
what I'm
Thanks,
saying?
man. Thanks for this service, man. You're doing a great thing, man.
Appreciate you, man. And
For
most
sure.
importantly for the youth that's out there watching us, like they're out there like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Look at G-Dep, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't live with the fact, like I can't, and they learn, everybody, it's always a learning, it's always a learning process. Everybody picks up something from somebody. Don't think that whatever you've done in your past, it's always a blessing to somebody else. They look at your story and be able to speak like, wow. Like he had,
Right.
he was at his peak. He did his thing. He was
Exactly.
up there shining, doing his thing. Whoop, music popping off. And look, he couldn't live with the fact that.
Right. If I can't be an example of what to do, maybe I could be an example of what not to do.
Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
Something going on.
There you go.
Wow.
That's it right there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, G-Dep, Harlem, you already know. Where we can find you at? You got your Instagram and everything going?
Oh yeah. Got the Instagram up. You can hit me on at GDep Official. Everything is really at GDep Official. The TikTok is at GDep Official.
G-Dep Official.
At GDep Official.
Okay.
YouTube is at GDep Official. Facebook is Trevell GDep Coleman. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? We got the book coming out, Credible Messenger.
Okay.
Memoirs of a Credible Messenger.
Make sure we
So-
get that book. You
Yeah,
come,
hell yeah. I'm gonna shoot everything through. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And,
bet.
I just wanted to, put that out there real quick. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it, B.
Let's go. You already know. Your boy, Pistol Pete, Dog in the Yard. You already know. Stay blessed. Happy New Year's. Until next time, man. You already know. It's your boy. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard with your boy, Pistol Pete. First and foremost, man, salute you, G-Dep, coming through. Appreciate your interview. You know what I'm saying? Genuine. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, see G-Dep, he handled his business. He came home. What up? You already know. It's your boy, Pistol Pete. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. Salute, G. What up? You already know. It's your boy, Pistol Pete. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. First and foremost, salute G-Dep. Appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? As you see, guys, he made a mistake. He dealt with it. He dealt with the consequences. He home. He got exonerated. You already know. He blessed. Second chance. That's what it's about, man. Run with it. And with that being said, you already know it's your boy Pistol Pete, Dog in the Yard.
Southside, nigga.